Howdy everyone, welcome to Neat Junk. Today we're going to be looking at some Nintendo 64 games that I've accumulated over the years in various places. And I just wanted to talk about them a little bit before I mess this room up again, because this room is finally cleaned for this brief little period, and I want to take advantage of that by at least getting a little documentation of what the collection is looking like as of December 2025. So yeah, let's get started here, y'all. Let's start right in the A's in these custom-built shelves that I had so vigorously and rigorously made one day to sort of match the wood that goes along with the current status of the wall. I took apart an old organ, an old pump organ that I had lying around that was broken. And as you can see, I'm trying to find where the logo is, but basically, yep, there it is on the shelving itself. Excuse me, I gotta dust this off occasionally, right? I tried. Anyway, there's the old organ logo that was once there as a little part of the history of this place, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's start up here in the A's, like I was originally pointing at. And yeah, y'all, I didn't get any of these games on eBay or anything like that. I specifically hunt these things down at garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, such as this Pokemon Snap, which is the PAL version. Sorry, Donkey Kong. DK, my boy. Sorry. So this is the PAL version of Pokemon Snap, which I found at a Salvation Army, I want to say around 2012. And you just don't find deals like that. I mean, I probably paid $5 at the most for that title there. And you really don't find stuff like that anymore at thrift stores, but it's just one of those things that I have it here in the collection, and it's a memory of that there were once deals out there. There still are at garage sales and thrift store, flea markets, I should say, and stuff, which is, you go on Facebook Marketplace as well, which is where I got this GoldenEye. And that came with a bunch of other stuff, which I'll get to in a little while. But yeah, the rest basically just, if you're out there and you put yourself out there enough and you hunt basically every week, every weekend, you're eventually going to find stuff. That's my theory about it. Because I do eBay full time. And basically, when I'm out there hunting for stuff to resell, I also come across games to collect, games to keep for myself. I don't really keep any other game systems besides N64 in terms of collecting for myself. Some of the titles that I have on the shelves here are filler, as you might call it, but some of them are my favorites, such as Excitebike 64, which is prominently displayed because sometimes you just got to display your favorite titles. Road Rash 64, underrated title there. Let's go back here to, you also have to occasionally dot your, shelves with these figurines here. You know what I'm saying? Can't have it all just be video games. And I like the occasional blockbuster stickers. Some people are not into writing stickers and stuff like that, but I think it gives the game's history. Not so much into destruction of the label, such as this, but I guess it could be worse. But once again, one of my favorites there. And yeah, we're looking at these titles, and I'm just reminiscing about, I guess, just I've been a collector since the 90s in a way, because I remember going to garage sales with my grandmother and picking up N64 games for $1, and that was way back then when I didn't even know that I could flip them. I had 2 copies of Mario 64 forever until I finally sold one, because I just thought, well, that's too good of a deal. I can't leave that at this garage sale. And yeah, some of these titles too, such as I want to skip ahead for a second. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Just purchased that at a flea market the other week, and have yet to kind of throw that into the what do you want to call alphabetical order. I mean, these shelves are tight, y'all. I'm going to have to almost build another extension or something because I do want to display these even better than I have now, but this is all we got. All we got. A lot of haters on this game, but I had a lot of fun playing it back in the day. And we're going to continue on to, where are we now? We're in the S's. Super Smash Brothers, another classic that my friend gave me. If you have any favorites that you're seeing that I'm just passing over because I'm blabbering on, let me know. Rainbow Six, another underrated classic title that I just had endless fun with back in the day. I don't care how janky it was. It was janky, but I loved it because it was mine. Excuse the dust. Sometimes you gotta get a little dirty when you wanna show off your N64 stuff, you know what I'm saying? WrestleMania 2000, another great title there. We'll quickly go over to the couple Tony Hawk Pro Skater games I have for the N64. Once again, classics. And I do, beyond collecting N64 games, I do collect skateboarding games, which I guess I could make a whole separate video on. And I like to collect, it's odd, but I you know, throw in various variations of the same title, and you have yourself a good time. I have 2 World Tours for no good reason. I got to get rid of one. We're going to quickly go up to the Army Men shelf, which it's just, you know, a lot of stuff is listed on eBay, to be honest. A lot of these figurines, I do sell them occasionally, believe it or not. But then you do have the classics such as Sarge's Heroes, and my personal favorite Army Men game is Sarge's Heroes 2, which is prominently displayed up there in the top. Air Combat in the box, some interesting little figures, and we're gonna move on to the box section over here, which, man, let me tell you the story of this fantastic blue console that I got one day on Facebook Marketplace. I was lucky enough to hit this person up as soon as they posted it, along with these 2 box games here and that GoldenEye I was telling you about earlier. I think I want to say I paid $50, and I also think that this Super Mario 64 was in that lot as well. Which, hey, I mean, hey, if you're a Nintendo 64 collector and you have memories opening that game back in the day, like when you first started playing, let me know in the, you know, freaking comments, because I remember opening some of these games up, such as Donkey Kong 64, which here's King K. Rool and DK. That game, I'm looking for it in the box. I'm looking for maybe in the console variation box as well. That's the holy grail for me to find out in the wild. I don't want to go on eBay and just buy one straight up. I would just love to find one. Here's another janky kind of third-party kind of weird controller system setup thing that never tested it, but it's there. Some accessories you got, and just a cool manual if you like manuals. Some more ephemera. Excite Bike, once again, beat that game recently. Finally, it was like a bucket list thing that I had to get done, and I finally did it. Currently trying to beat Donkey Kong 64, but just taking my time with that one because it's a spiritual one. Oh yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day. So that thing is sealed. One day I would love to either get it graded and get this thing out of here and sold, or maybe trade it for a open copy and maybe somebody could give me some cash, because I want to play the game. I don't need it sealed necessarily. I don't want to necessarily collect sealed games. I think this game should be rehoused, rehomed. And yeah, the 2 classic Zelda games. I sort of scared of Majora's Mask. It's a little hard to play because the time factor is very intimidating, but Ocarina of Time I can jump into whenever, and If y'all have watched my channel before, you might have seen me kind of look at skateboarding spots in Ocarina of Time and Super Mario 64 and GoldenEye. Maybe check those videos out if you like skateboarding. Kind of crosses over with my kind of skateboarding video game collection I was talking about earlier. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it for the main collection. I'll bring you quickly over to the system itself, where I actually play these dang games. Nothing special, y'all. It's just a regular old kind of TV. Big TV. We don't even have like an HDMI out of this Nintendo 64 that we got going into it. EverDrive. It's so dusty in here overnight. That's what I've been using a lot lately, such as playing Tag Anywhere on Donkey Kong 64. If you're a Donkey Kong 64 person, you know what I'm talking about, and you know how important that aspect of the game is, y'all. So yeah, that EverDrive really comes through on that thing. And yeah, y'all, that's basically it. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm gonna probably start packing some eBay orders, but in the meantime, let me know what y'all thought about the old ever-growing collection here. I just before I started this video, checked the Game Eye app that I use to track how many games I have, also to track if I'm, I don't want to make this stupid mistake of buying the same game twice. So I like to write down which games I already have in this app, and so far it says I'm up to 125 games, including the ones in the boxes and whatnot. Above the Smurfs, to the right, above the Smurfs, to the right of the whatever, and up the crack or whatever. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think. Peace out, everybody. Neat Junk.